The rain was coming down so hard it sounded like static against my window. I remember standing in the kitchen, staring at the clock, waiting for Maya. She was late. The door banged open. Maya stepped in, soaked, her hair plastered to her face. She didn't even look at me, she just held up my phone, her hand shaking. "Whose number is this?" Her voice was sharp, almost breaking. I blinked. "What? Maya, what are you talking about?" She shoved the phone at me. "Don't play. Dumb. Who is she?" I glanced at the screen. It was Sarah. Just a text about her new job. "It's Sarah, she's an old friend, you know that." Maya's eyes narrowed. "Don't lie to me. You've been texting her behind my back. You think I'm stupid?" I shook my head, trying to keep my voice steady. "No, Maya. I told you about Sarah. She just wanted to catch up, that's all." She laughed, but it was cold. "You think I haven't seen the way you look at your phone? The way you hide it when I walk in?" I felt my chest tighten. "I'm not hiding anything. You can read every message. There's nothing." She cut me off, her voice rising. "I already did. I read everything. You're a liar, and you're cheating on me." I heard a chair scrape behind me. Jay was sitting at the table, silent, his eyes fixed on the floor. He looked like he wanted to disappear. "Maya, please," I said, my voice cracking. "You know me. I would never—" She threw the phone at the couch. "Don't say you'd never. I saw the messages. You called her love." "You said you missed her." I swallowed hard. "That's just how we talk. It doesn't mean anything. I haven't seen her in years." She stepped closer, her face inches from mine. "You're lying. I can't believe I ever trusted you." Jay finally spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. "Maya, maybe you should calm down. Let's just talk." She spun on him. "Stay out of this, Jay. This isn't your business." He held up his hands. "I'm just saying, maybe you should listen to him. He's not like that." She glared at him, then back at me. "Of course you'd take his side. You're his best friend." I tried to reach for her hand, but she pulled away. "Maya, please, I love you. I swear nothing happened. You're the only one I want." She shook her head, tears mixing with the rain on her cheeks. "Don't, just don't. I can't do this anymore." I felt my voice getting desperate. "Maya, please don't leave. Let's talk. I'll show you everything. I'll call Sarah right now." She cut me off, her voice shaking. "I don't want to hear her name again. I don't want to see you again." Jay stood up, his chair scraping loudly. "Maya, you're making a mistake. He's telling the truth." She ignored him, grabbing her bag from the floor. "I should have unknown. I should have listened to everyone who warned me about you." I felt my hands shaking. "Who warned you? What are you talking about?" She wiped her face with the back of her hand. "Everyone. My friends. Even your mom. They all said, you'd hurt me." I stared at her, stunned. "My mom? Maya, my mom barely talks to me. Why would she—" She shrugged, her voice flat. "She said you're not ready for real love. She was right." Jay stepped between us, his voice firmer now. "Maya, you're upset. Just take a breath. Don't do something you'll regret." She looked at him, then at me. "I already regret everything." I tried one last time. "Maya, please, I love you. I need you. Don't go." She stared at me for a long moment, her eyes searching my face. Then she turned away, her voice barely a whisper. "Goodbye." She walked to the door, her footsteps echoing in the silence. She didn't look back. The door slammed so hard the walls shook. I stood there, frozen. The rain kept pounding against the window. Jay didn't say anything. He just stood there, awkward, rubbing the back of his neck. After a minute, he finally spoke. "Man, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was this bad." I shook my head, my voice hollow. "I didn't either. I don't even know what just happened." He looked at the door, then at me. "You want me to stay?" I shook my head again. "No. I need to be alone." He nodded, grabbing his jacket. "Call me if you need anything, okay?" I didn't answer. I just stared at the door, listening to the rain. Jay left quietly, closing the door behind him. I sank onto the couch, picking up my phone. The screen was cracked. I scrolled through the messages with Sarah, reading them over and over, trying to see what Maya saw. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the thing that made her stop loving me. I sat there for hours, the rain never letting up, the silence pressing in. That was the last time I saw Maya for years. Asterisk. Before everything fell apart, I was different. I used to think I was open, maybe even too trusting. Sometimes I wonder if that's what made me easy to break. "Why do you always let people walk all over you?" Aisha asked me once, sitting across from me at the kitchen table, her hands wrapped around a mug of tea. I shrugged. "I don't know. I just want people to be happy, I guess." She rolled her eyes. "You can't save everyone, you know." I smiled. "I'm not trying to save everyone, just... I don't know. I like when people feel safe around me." Aisha shook her head, but she was smiling too. "You're too soft, you know that?" I laughed. "Yeah, I know. Back then, I worked at the bookstore on Main. I loved it. The smell of old paper, the quiet, the way people would wander in and lose themselves for hours. My boss, Mr. Patel, always said I was too nice to work retail. 'You let people read for free,' he'd say, shaking his head. 'You'll never make me rich.' I'd grin. 'Maybe they'll buy something next time.' He'd just sigh and walk away. My mom never understood why I liked it there. She'd call me on Sundays, her voice clipped and businesslike. 'So, you're still at that bookstore?' she'd ask. 'Yeah, Mom. I like it,' she'd sigh. 'You could do better, you know. You're smart. You could be a manager somewhere.' 'I don't want to be a manager. I like it here.' She never got it. She never really got me. She didn't like Maya either. She never said it straight out, but I could tell. One night after dinner, she pulled me aside. 'Are you sure about her?' she asked, her voice low. I frowned. 'What do you mean?' I don't know. She seems like trouble.' I shook my head. 'She's not. She's just different.' My mom pursed her lips. 'Just be careful.' I never knew what she meant by that. I didn't care. Maya was the first person who made me feel like I mattered. I met Maya in college, at a party I didn't want to go to. She was sitting on the porch, away from everyone, reading a book. I sat down next to her. 'Good book?' I asked. She looked up, surprised. 'It's okay. Better than the party.' I laughed. 'Yeah, I hate these things,' she smiled. 'So, why are you here?' 'My cousin dragged me. She said I needed to get out more.' Maya grinned. 'She's probably right.' We talked for hours that night. About books, music, stupid dreams. She made me feel seen, like I wasn't invisible for once. After that, we were inseparable. Late night walks, inside jokes, sharing fries, at the diner. She'd text me at 2 a.m. 'You up?' And I always was. Aisha noticed the change in me. One afternoon, she caught me smiling at my phone. 'Who's got you grinning like an idiot?' she teased. I blushed. 'It's just Maya.' Aisha grinned. 'I like her. She's good for you.' I nodded. 'Yeah, she makes me feel, I don't know, like I belong somewhere.' Aisha squeezed my shoulder. 'You do belong. Don't let anyone tell you different.' I tried to hold on to that feeling. I really did. Sometimes, I'd lie awake at night, thinking about the future. I wanted simple things, a small apartment, a dog, maybe a family. I thought Maya wanted that too. One night, lying in bed, I asked her, 'Where do you see yourself in 5 years?' She laughed. 'I don't know, maybe traveling, maybe here, as long as I'm not bored.' I smiled. 'You think you'll still want me around?' She rolled over, her hair falling across my face. 'I don't get bored of you.' I believed her. I believed everything she said. Looking back, I wonder if I was just naive. Maybe I saw what I wanted to see. Maybe I ignored the signs. But back Then I was happy. I was hopeful. I thought love was enough. I didn't know how quickly things could change. I still remember the first time Maya canceled on me for no real reason. I was waiting at the cafe, checking my phone every few minutes. Finally, she texted, "Sorry, work ran late. Rain check?" I called her. "Hey, are you okay?" She sounded distracted. "Yeah, just tired. Liam and I had to finish a project. I'll make it up to you, promise." I tried to keep my voice light. "You've been working with Liam a lot lately?" She laughed, but it was short. "He's just a coworker. Don't be weird." I forced a smile. "I'm not. I just miss you," she sighed. "I know. I'll see you soon, okay?" But soon kept getting pushed back. She started forgetting things I told her. One night, I called her after work. "Hey, did you get the tickets for the movie?" She paused. "What tickets?" I frowned. "The ones we talked about last week. You said you'd get them." "Oh, sorry, I forgot. Maybe next time?" I tried to hide my disappointment. "Yeah, sure, next time." She started going out with her friends more, but I wasn't invited. I'd see pictures on social media. Maya, her friends, and Liam, always in the background. One night I called her. "Hey, what are you up to?" She sounded annoyed. "I'm out with the girls. Can I call you later?" I hesitated. "Yeah, of course. Have fun." She hung up before I could say anything else. Jay noticed the change before I did. "We were at my place playing video games. He glanced at me. "You and Maya good?" I shrugged. "I think so. She's just busy." Jay raised an eyebrow. "You sure?" "She's been out a lot." I tried to laugh it off. "She's got a new job, new friends. It's normal, right?" He didn't look convinced. "Just don't let her make you feel like an option, man." I wanted to believe it was just a phase, but the little things started to add up. She stopped texting me goodnight. She didn't laugh at my jokes anymore. When we did talk, it felt like she was somewhere else. One night, I tried to talk to her about it. We were sitting in her car, rain tapping on the roof. I took a deep breath. "Maya, are we okay?" She stared out the window. "What do you mean?" "I don't know. You just seem far away lately." She rolled her eyes. "I'm just tired, okay? Work is stressful." I nodded. "I get that. I just miss how we used to be." She sighed. "People change, things get busy, it's not a big deal." I wanted to push, but I didn't. I just nodded, feeling stupid. A week later, I saw her at a party. She was laughing with her friends, Liam, standing close. I walked over. "Hey," I said, trying to sound casual. She barely looked at me. "Hey, didn't know you were coming." I forced a smile. "Jay invited me." She turned back to her friends. "We're about to play a game. You can join if you want." I stood there, feeling out of place. Liam glanced at me, then looked away. Later, Jay found me in the kitchen. "You okay?" I shook my head. "I don't know what's happening." He put a hand on my shoulder. "Maybe give her some space. Let her come to you." I wanted to believe that would work, but every day, she slipped further away. One night, I called her, hoping for something real. "Hey, can we talk?" She sounded tired. "I'm about to go to bed." "Can I see you tomorrow?" She hesitated. "I'll let you know." She never did. I started to feel invisible, like I was just a backup plan. I tried to hold on, but it felt like holding water in my hands. Jay texted me one night. "You deserve better, man." I stared at the screen, not knowing how to answer. The distance kept growing and I didn't know how to stop it. I just kept hoping she'd come back to me. But deep down, I knew she was already gone. I heard the front door slam before I even looked up from the couch. Maya's footsteps were fast, sharp. She didn't say hello. She just stood in the doorway holding my phone, her hands shaking. "What is this?" Her voice was already breaking. Sat up. "What's what?" She shoved the phone at me. "Don't play dumb." Who's Sarah? I blinked. Sarah? She's an old friend. We went to high school together. Why? She scrolled through the messages, her eyes wild. You said, miss you. Hope you're good. Why would you say that to her? I tried to keep my voice calm. Because I haven't seen her in years. She moved away. She just got a new job. So I congratulated her. Maya's hands were shaking harder. You're lying. You're cheating on me. I knew it. I stood up, reaching for her. Maya, I swear I'm not. You can read every message. There's nothing going on. She pulled away, her voice rising. You think I'm stupid? You think I don't see what's happening? You're always on your phone, always smiling at something. It's her, isn't it? I shook my head. No, it's not. I promise. Sarah and I are just friends. That's all. She threw my phone across the room. It hit the wall and bounced onto the floor. You're a liar. I can't believe I ever trusted you. Jay came out of the kitchen looking confused. Hey, what's going on? Maya turned on him. Stay out of this, Jay. This is between me and him. He held up his hands. I'm just asking. Maybe you guys should talk it out. She glared at him. You always take his side. Of course you do. I tried again. Maya, please, just listen to me. I love you. I would never cheat on you. Sarah is just a friend. She laughed, but it sounded like she was about to cry. You're so full of it. You think I haven't noticed? You pulling away? You think I haven't seen the way you look at your phone when you think I'm not watching? I felt my chest tighten. I'm not pulling away. You're the one who's been distant. You're always with Liam, always out with your friends. I've been trying to talk to you, but you keep shutting me out. She shook her head, tears in her eyes. Don't turn this on me. This is your fault. You're the one who lied. Jay stepped forward. Maya, seriously, just breathe. He's not like that. I've known him forever. She snapped, You don't know everything, Jay. You don't see what he's like when you're not around. I tried to reach for her hand. Maya, please. I'll call Sarah right now. You can talk to her. She'll tell you. She pulled away, her voice shaking. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to you. I'm done. I felt panic rising in my throat. Don't do this. Please, I love you. I need you. She wiped her face, her voice cold. You should have thought about that before you started sneaking around. Jay tried again. Maya, you're making a mistake. He's telling the truth. She ignored him, grabbing her bag. I should have listened to everyone. They all said you'd hurt me. I stared at her. Who said that? What are you talking about? She shook her head. It doesn't matter. I'm done. I stepped in front of the door. Just talk to me. Please, don't leave like this. She pushed past me, her voice breaking. Get out of my way. I let her go. I didn't know what else to do. She opened the door, rain blowing in behind her Dot. She looked back at me one last time. Goodbye. The door slammed. The sound echoed in my chest. Jay stood there, silent. He looked at me, then at the phone on the floor. I picked it up, my hands shaking. The screen was cracked, but the messages were still there. I scrolled through them, reading every word, trying to see what she saw. Jay finally spoke. You okay? I shook my head. No, I don't even know what just happened. He sat down next to me. You want me to call her? Try to talk to her? I stared at the door. She won't listen. She's already made up her mind. Jay sighed. I'm sorry, man. I wish I could help. I nodded, my voice hollow. Me too. He stood up, grabbing his jacket. I'll check on you tomorrow, okay? I didn't answer. I just sat there staring at the door, listening to the rain. When Jay left, the apartment felt too quiet. I read the messages again, over and over, searching for something I missed. I felt numb at first, then angry, then just empty. I didn't sleep that night. I just sat there, waiting for a text that never came. The first morning after Maya left, I woke up hoping it was a nightmare. My phone was silent. I tried to call her, but it went straight to voicemail. I texted, "Please, can we talk?" Nothing. I checked her social media. Blocked. Everywhere. I called Jay. She blocked me, man. Everywhere. What do I do? He sounded tired. Give her space. She's angry. Maybe she'll cool off. I shook my head, pacing my room. She won't even... Let me explain. Everyone's going to think I cheated. Jay sighed. People know you, dude. They'll figure it out. But they didn't. By noon, I got a text from Mark, one of our mutual friends. Heard what happened. Not cool, man. I called him. Mark, I didn't cheat, I swear. He cut me off. Maya's hurt. Just leave her alone, okay? I hung up, feeling sick. I tried texting Sarah. Did Maya talk to you? Sarah replied, She messaged me. She's upset. I told her nothing happened, but she doesn't believe me. I stared at the screen, helpless. At work, I couldn't focus. Mr. Patel called me into his office. He frowned. You okay? You've been off all week? I forced a smile. Just some personal stuff. I'll be fine. He nodded, but I could tell he didn't believe me. At lunch, I sat alone. Usually Maya would text me, even just a meme or a miss you. Now, nothing. I scrolled through old messages, reading them over and over. That night, my mom called. So, you and Maya broke up? I sighed. Yeah, Mom. She didn't even try to hide her relief. I told you she was trouble. You should have listened. To me. I closed my eyes. Thanks, Mom. That really helps. She kept going. You need to focus on your future. Stop getting distracted by girls who don't respect you. I hung up before she could say more. I didn't want to hear it. Aisha showed up the next day with a bag of food. She didn't say anything at first, just set the bag on the table and sat down. I stared at the wall. You don't have to babysit me, she shrugged. I know, but I'm here anyway. I tried to smile. I don't even know what to say. Everyone thinks I'm the bad guy. Aisha shook her head. People love drama. Ignore them. I looked at her, desperate. But what if I did something wrong? What if I missed something? She reached over, squeezing my hand. You didn't. Maya made her choice. That's on her, not you. I wanted to believe her, but the doubt wouldn't leave. Every night I replayed the fight in my head, every word, every look. I kept thinking. Maybe if I'd said something different. Maybe if I'd tried harder. Jay texted me. You want to get out? Grab a drink? I replied. Not tonight. He called anyway. You can't just sit in your apartment forever. I sighed. I don't want to see anyone. They all think I'm a cheater. Jay was quiet. People talk. It'll blow over. I shook my head. I don't think it will, not this time. He tried to joke. You want me to beat up Liam? I almost laughed. No, it's not his fault. Not really. Jay's voice softened. You're a good guy. Don't let this change you. But it did. I started avoiding everyone. I stopped checking my phone. I stopped going out. Even at work, I just kept my head down. Aisha kept coming by, sometimes with food, sometimes just to sit in silence. She never pushed me to talk. She just let me be. One night I finally broke. Aisha, what if I really am the problem? She looked at me serious. You're not. You loved her. That's not a crime. I wiped my eyes. Then why does it feel like I'm being punished? She hugged me. Because you care. That's all. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But every night I lay awake, replaying everything, wondering where it all went wrong, wondering if I'd ever feel normal again. The days turned into weeks, then months. I tried to move on, but the loneliness pressed in from every side. My apartment felt smaller, the walls closer. I scrolled through my phone, hoping for a message that never came. One night, Jay texted, You alive? I replied, Barely. He called, Come out with us, just for an hour. I shook my head even though he couldn't see me. I'm not up for it, he sighed. You can't keep hiding, man. I stared at the ceiling. I just don't want to see anyone. Jay tried again. You need to get out, it's been months. I didn't answer. I just let the silence hang. Every time I opened social media, I saw Maya. She was always smiling, always with Liam. New apartment, new friends, new life. I saw a picture of them at a party, her hand on his chest. My stomach twisted. Aisha came by with groceries. She set them on the counter and looked at me. You need to eat something besides ramen, I tried to joke. Ramen's cheap, she rolled her eyes. You look like you haven't slept in a week, I shrugged. I haven't, she sat down. You see her posts? I nodded. She moved in with him. Aisha's voice was gentle. You know that doesn't mean she's happy, right? I laughed, but it sounded hollow. She looks happy. Aisha shook her head. People post what they want you to see. I stared at the floor. I can't stop thinking about her. It's like I can't breathe. She reached over, squeezing my hand. You will. It just takes time. At work, I couldn't focus. Mr. Patel called me into his office one afternoon. He closed the door. You okay? I forced a smile. Yeah, just tired. He frowned. You've been late 3 times this week. You missed a shipment. That's not like you. I looked down. I'm sorry. I'll do better. He sighed. I know you're going through something, but you need to pull it together. I can't cover for you forever. I nodded. I understand. He softened a little. Take care of yourself, okay? I left his office feeling worse. I started writing in a journal at night, just to get the thoughts out of my head. Why do I still miss her? Why does it hurt so much? Aisha found the journal one day. She flipped through it, then looked at me. You ever think about talking to someone, like a therapist? I shook my head. I don't need that. She raised an eyebrow. You sure? It might help. I shrugged. I wouldn't even know what to say. She closed the journal and handed it back. Just think about it, Jay called again. You coming out tonight? I hesitated. I don't know. He tried to sound upbeat. We're just grabbing food. No pressure. I almost said yes, but the thought of seeing people, pretending to be okay, was too much. Maybe next time, he sighed. You can't keep doing this, man. I hung up and stared at the ceiling. The apartment felt colder, emptier. I started sleeping on the couch, just to feel something different. I stopped answering texts. Even Aisha started coming by less, probably tired of watching me fall apart. One night, I wrote in my journal, I don't know who I am without her. The next morning, Aisha called. I'm worried about you. I tried to sound normal. I'm fine. She didn't buy it. You're not. You need help. I closed my eyes. I just need time. She was quiet. Promise me you'll try. I didn't answer. I just listened. To her breathing on the other end. The days blurred together. Work, home, sleep, repeat. I watched Maya's life from a distance, wondering if she ever thought about me. I wanted to move on. I just didn't know how a year passed before Jay finally told me the truth. We were sitting in a quiet coffee shop, the kind of place where nobody really listens to your conversation. I stirred my coffee, staring at the swirl of cream. Jay cleared his throat. There's something I should have told you a long time ago. I looked up. What? He wouldn't meet my eyes. About Maya and Liam. My stomach tightened. What about them? He hesitated, then finally said it. She was talking to him before you guys broke up. Like, a lot. I saw the texts once. I didn't want to get involved. I stared at him. You knew? You knew she was talking to him and you didn't say anything? Jay winced. I thought it was just work stuff, at first. Then it got weird. I didn't know what to do, man. I felt my hands shaking. You could have told me. You could have warned me. He shook his head. I was scared. I didn't want to lose either of you. I figured it would blow over. Laughed, but it sounded bitter. Yeah, it really blew over, didn't it? Jay looked miserable. I'm sorry, I messed up. I pushed my coffee away. You let me think I was the problem. You let everyone think I cheated. He looked at me finally. I didn't know it would get that bad. I thought she'd come clean. I shook my head. She never did. She just blamed me for everything. Jay's voice was small. I'm sorry. I stood up, grabbing my jacket. I need some air. He followed me outside. Please, man, don't hate me. I just didn't know what to do. I turned on him. You were my best friend. You were supposed to have my back. He looked down. I know, I'm sorry. I walked away, my mind spinning. I felt betrayed all over again, like the wound had just been ripped open that night. I sat in my apartment, staring at the ceiling. I thought about all the times Maya accused me, all the times I begged her to believe me. I realized she was just projecting her own guilt onto me. I grabbed my phone and scrolled through my contacts. I found Sarah's number and hesitated, then called. She answered on the second ring. Hey, it's been a while. I took a deep breath. Sarah, can I ask you something? She sounded surprised. Of course, what's up? I tried to keep my voice steady. Did Maya ever talk to you about Liam before we broke up? Sarah was quiet for a moment. Yeah. She mentioned him a few times. She said he was just a friend, but I don't know. She started acting weird. She stopped texting me after you guys broke up. I swallowed. Did she ever say anything about me? About us? Sarah hesitated. She said you were distant, that you didn't care anymore. But honestly, it sounded like she was trying to convince herself. I closed my eyes. Did you ever hear anything about her and Liam before? Sarah sighed. I heard from someone in her friend group that they were together before she left you. I didn't want to believe it, but I'm sorry. I let out a shaky breath. Thanks for telling me. I just needed to know. Sarah's voice softened. You didn't do anything wrong. I always knew that. I hung up and sat in the dark, letting the truth sink in. It stung, but it was also a relief. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't the villain. Aisha called later that night. You okay? I tried to sound normal. Jay told me the truth. Maya was with Liam before we broke up. Aisha was quiet. I'm sorry. I always had a feeling. I laughed, but there was no humor in it. I spent a year thinking I was the bad guy. She was gentle. You're not. You never were. I wiped my eyes. I just wish someone had told me sooner. Aisha's voice was steady. Sometimes people are scared. Sometimes they just don't know how. I nodded, even though she couldn't see me. I think I need to talk to someone, like a real therapist. She sounded relieved. That's a good idea. I'll help you find one. I stared at the ceiling, feeling lighter and heavier at the same time. Jay texted me the next morning. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me someday. I didn't answer. Not yet. For the first time in a long time, I felt like I could breathe. The truth hurt, but it was better than the lie. I started waking up early, just to feel the quiet before the world got loud. I laced up my shoes and ran through empty streets, my breath fogging in the morning air. Every step felt like letting go. At work, I focused harder than ever. Mr. Patel noticed. One afternoon, he called me into his office. He smiled. You've been on top of things lately. I'm impressed. I shrugged. Just trying to do my job. He nodded. Actually, I want to offer you a promotion, assistant manager. You've earned it. I blinked. Really? He grinned. Really? You deserve it. I left his office feeling lighter. For the first time in a long time, I felt proud of myself. A new coworker, Priya, started that week. She was friendly, always humming to herself as she shelved books. One day, she caught me staring at the rain outside. You ever feel like the weather matches your mood? I laughed. More than I'd like to admit. She smiled. You should. Come out with us after work. We're grabbing dinner. I hesitated. I haven't really been out in a while. Priya nudged me. That's why you should come. I agreed, surprising myself. That night I laughed more than I had in months. It felt good to be around people who didn't know my history, who just saw me as me. Aisha called the next day. You sound happier, I smiled. I think I am. I got promoted, she cheered. I'm so proud of you, see? You're moving forward. I nodded, even though she couldn't see me. It feels weird, but good. She was quiet for a second. You don't talk about Maya anymore. I shrugged. I don't think about her as much. It's like she's finally out of my system. Aisha sounded relieved. You deserve this. All of it. I started eating better, cooking real meals instead of just microwaving noodles. I even joined a gym. The pain faded, replaced by something steadier. One afternoon, Jay texted me. Can we talk? I stared at the message for a long time before replying. Not yet. He called anyway. I just want to say I'm sorry. I messed up. I should have told you everything. I kept my voice calm. I know. I just need space, Jay. He sighed. I get it. I'll be here when you're ready. I hung up, feeling a strange sense of peace. I didn't need his apology to move on. Rumors about Maya started to reach me. She and Liam broke up. She lost her job. People whispered, but I didn't feel anything. No anger, no satisfaction, just nothing. Priya noticed me staring at my phone one day. You okay? I nodded. Yeah, just thinking. She smiled. You're not your past, you know. You get to start over. I grinned. Thanks, Priya. I think I needed to hear that. She winked. Anytime. Aisha came by with groceries, just like old times. She looked around my clean apartment and smiled. You're doing better than I've ever seen you. I laughed. I think I finally believe it. She hugged me. I always knew you would. I started making plans again. I reconnected with old friends, went to movies, tried new restaurants. Life felt bigger, brighter. One night, I sat on my balcony, watching the city lights. I realized I didn't need Maya's validation anymore. I didn't need anyone's. I was enough. For the first time, I really believed it. I was making coffee when my phone buzzed. I almost ignored it, but then I saw her name. Maya. Can we talk? Please. I stared at the screen for a long time. Finally, I typed, when and where? She replied, tomorrow, that cafe on 5th? I agreed, more out of curiosity than anything else. The next day, I walked in and spotted her by the window. She looked tired, older somehow. She barely smiled. I sat down. Hey, she looked up, her eyes red. Hi, thanks for coming. A waitress came by. Can I get you anything? I shook my head. Just water, thanks. Maya waited until the waitress left. I know I'm the last person you want to see. I shrugged. Why did you want to meet? She took a shaky breath. I wanted to say I'm sorry. For everything. For not believing you. For blaming you. I nodded. Silent. She kept going. I was wrong. About you. About everything. I let people get in my head. I let my own guilt ruin us. I looked at her, searching for the anger I used to feel. It wasn't there. She wiped her eyes. I miss you. I think about you all the time. I made a mistake. I stayed quiet, letting her talk. She reached across the table, her hand trembling. Can we try again? Please. I know I don't deserve it, but I had to ask. I pulled my hand back. I'm not the same person anymore, Maya. She started to cry, her voice breaking. I know. I lost everything. Liam's gone. My job's gone. I thought maybe. I shook my head. I'm sorry. I've moved on. She looked at me desperate. You don't even want to try? I met her eyes. No, I can't go back. She covered her face, sobbing quietly. The waitress came by, glanced at us, then walked away. I stood up. I hope you find what you're looking for, Maya. She didn't answer. She just cried harder. I walked out of the cafe, the bell jingling behind me. The air felt lighter, like I'd finally let go of something I'd been carrying for too long. For the first time, I didn't look back. I walked home from the cafe, the city buzzing around me. My phone vibrated in my pocket, but I didn't check it right away. I just listened to my footsteps, steady and sure. When I finally unlocked my phone, I typed a message to Aisha. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't have made it without you, she replied almost instantly. You did the hard part. I'm proud of you. I smiled, sitting on my couch, letting the quiet fill the room. I thought about Maya's face, the way she looked at me, full of regret. I didn't feel angry anymore. I didn't feel anything for her except a distant kind of sympathy. I called Aisha. Hey, I just wanted to hear your voice. She laughed. You sound lighter. I nodded even though she couldn't see me. I am. I really am. She was quiet for a second. You know, you're not the same person you were a year ago. I looked out the window at the city lights. I know. I think I like who I'm becoming. Aisha's voice was warm. You should. You survived. I let that sink in. I did, didn't I? She laughed softly. You did. And you're going to be okay. I closed my eyes. I believe that now. We said goodbye, and I sat there for a while just breathing. I thought about everything I'd lost and everything I'd found. I wasn't the same person who begged Maya to stay. I wasn't the person who needed her to believe in me. I texted Jay just 2 words. I'm good, he replied. Glad to hear it, man. I put my phone down and walked to the window. The city was alive, lights blinking, cars moving, people laughing somewhere far away. I felt alone, but not lonely. I felt free. I whispered to myself, I made it. I watched the city for a long time, letting the relief settle in my bones. I didn't need Maya's apology. I didn't need anyone's permission to move on. Sometimes, the only justice is learning to live without the people who broke you.